in a simple way, I feel like if you don't got like a rest punish that kills,
That's tough too. Yeah.
you lose a lot.
Yeah, that is the thing, is another critical part of this matchup as Peach, is that like up tilt rest will just kill, and then you're gonna do what? Like nair, hit turn up, nair again. It's just not that much.
Fair and air if you're lucky.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and the back airs have begun.
Boom.
Yeah, using the forward air is somewhat important as Peach. You have that little bit of disjoint that
There
can
we
actually
go.
contest. And that is another important part of the matchup we didn't even
Yeah.
mention. You want to pull a bunch of turnips because the matchup can be kind of slow. It looks like to me Bigcoyotes right now isn't playing, well, wasn't playing slowest on the first stock, but has slowed down a little bit here.
Yeah, that first stock. Oh, what? There we go. I like that the first kill was shield drop up throw off the turnip.
Yeah, pretty cool.
He's been there before. That's what that tells me. Oh, this?
Yeah.
I know what to do.
One of the tough things, we see already Phalanx uses the down air to try to get down because it is difficult. Peach can, unlike another Stitch, that's crazy.
Used it all. Oh, man. Used it all in game one. All that luck.
I mean, maybe it'll keep going. Who knows?
Stop.
Unlike in most matchups, Peach cannot just like stay off to the side and then slowly like try to get her way back to the stage because Puff can just fly out there. So you have to use that down air to try to get back mixed in with air dodges. The problem is Puff's aerials can outspace the down air, and then you trade like 1% of down air for, you know, a whole up air, which is not good. So we'll have to see how the sharking goes from here on out because it worked for Phalanx the first time. There's that quick up air yeah, probably trying to do like a quick up air into maybe a land jump nair or something. It wasn't quite close enough.
Yeah, and facing the wrong way, so
Yeah.
your shoulder blades don't got a hitbox like that. If you're Peach.
Okay, yeah, that fair is like plus on block if you're low. So trying to use that. And then I think was trying to guess jump out. That's another like little tool that you have is if you catch Puff landing and Puff has to shield, getting a fair especially gives you at least an advantageous shield situation where maybe you can get a grab into something, maybe you can get a second aerial or a jab.
Follow the roll a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you really have to guess Puff's option, but like right there, yeah.
Ooh.
Down smash is a really common one because it super shrinks the shield. Usually it won't break the shield, but you'll be able to at least get a hit of the down smash in.
Full send the tournament winner there. Tra.
Yeah, trying to guess what's with an up air. At this percent, that's something you definitely can justify doing as Peach, is doing an up air in a spot where you think Puff is about to jump to. We'll probably see it again. And now a beam sword. Oh, with a dash attack.
I'm about to bring Phalanx to live casino with me. Shit.
Actually, a pretty, so far, seems like already understands how to get pitch disjoints with the beam sword. That throw was a nice choice. I would have F-tilted it.
It's so fast. Is that not the fastest? Like, stop.
Oh, almost hit the up air. That was crucial. Up air, such a small hitbox. There it is.
Love it.
Yeah, up air to get kill above 100%. That's one of the critical parts of this matchup that's changed.
Yo, what the?
Third Stitch. This is this got to go in some compilation somewhere.
Oh my God.
Luckiest Peach games, you know.
Get another Stitch, please.
Good DI down.
Please.
Okay, just goes for a charge down smash. Pretty easy to get out of his Puff and just take one hit.
Stitches and a beam, so I'm not over it.
No, it's wild. 3 stitches and a beam sword in one game, and like has been pulling turnips, but not like that.
No, not even like that. Oh. The Winky's a sleeper.
I like the winky face, yeah.
And it does do a little more damage, right?
Yes.
10, maybe
Yeah.
12%.
And it can get you tripped up on shield sometimes, because it has more shield stun for that reason too, I think.
And
if
you're
I
not
recall.
looking out for it, because you're looking out for Stitch and the
You know,
special
bomb, dot
Yeah.
eyes maybe. That's normal turnip.
Stop.
Yeah. Okay, staying grounded, and you know, kind of as I expected, Phalanx is playing this mostly grounded, coming down quickly with fairs and other aerials to try to contest Puff's like really enormous ones. And then sneak under sometimes, and that's really the trick.
Oh, Jigglypuff is grabbing.
Okay, there's those dares. So far, no up airs from Bigcoyotes to try to punish the down airs on the way down.
Dottie.
That pound lingers for so long.
It does.
Back air. Can't just go out there and edge guard. Yep. Good edge guarding from Bigcoyotes. Takes the stock.
Big change this game. I saw 2 Jigglypuff grabs.
No stitches. Another big change. Okay, now
And that was a last stock game too, so.
I mean, the luck helped. Yeah. Item luck helped.
Yeah, wow.
You know what I find interesting is I hadn't really, until I started playing traditional fighters, I hadn't considered that there is an archetype of character across the genre called like item throw, right? Like,
Really?
you know, Faust from Guilty Gear pulls out random items,
Okay.
or there's like Teddy from Persona, and Peach is basically that, able to pull lots of different items, and that element of randomness is something that's been baked into fighting games for so long. And how it interacts with a platform fighter, it's its own interesting thing because time is less.
Yeah.
I don't know. You end up with like more time because you hit people away and then they have to come back. That's something that doesn't exist in traditional fighters. So even though her item throw may not be as strong as some of those other item throw characters,
As like
we'll
a.
throw away a stitch. See that?
No.
There's another stitch there. Yeah. I team with a Peach. I have for many years. So I'm used
Love
to
that.
peeking at the turnips whenever. Knitting. That was one of those, not a dot eyes. I don't know what that one's called. Freaked out looking one.
The X? No.
The one with the really big round eyes. I don't know what that one's called. Don't have a name for it.
That kills.
I know the face. It's like an owl.
I know what you mean. I got a cat. I just got a cat, and it got some freaked up looking eyes. it look like an owl. It's like you know cats at all?
I mean, a little.
There's the Scottish fold.
Not. I don't know that one.
Okay. It's one of those. It's deformed, so it had really big. Alright, the Scottish fold turnip. Okay.
Okay. Nice
I
back
do
air.
like the way they're like. I'm interested in this. You know, they're not hitting each other a lot, but like
At least not
they're not
consecutively.
just running. They're not just running. They're
Yeah.
interacting.
Well, Phalanx is doing a lot of like aerials that drag from. Puff's kind of weak spot is like diagonally up and to the side, because the back air hits straight sideways, the up air hits straight up, right? And so it's been mostly fairs, but a couple bears here and there to drag into Puff. Like that fair is aiming to do the same thing. If at the worst it trades, and at best it clean beats whatever Puff's doing if she floats in too far. But Big Coyote's spacing has been solid enough that it actually hasn't traded that often.
Is that the one you're talking about?
That was the one I'm talking about. Yeah.
And he's kind of doing the let's say Professor P kind of thing, like. Boom, I just shield grabbed. Hold on, like, that wasn't a great example, but you landed with a fair, and I'm going to time this bear to come in right after that fair. I was kind of expecting it there, but...
Oh, an up air. That does it, even on Dreamland. That,
Oh.
I mean, those are important, but it has been hard to find them for Phalanx. Only a couple so far in the set.
Yeah.
I gotta stop drinking water. going through it.
Go ahead. I'll freestyle.
No. It's all good. In between sets, I'm a professional. I've done worse.
Quick check, Patty Way.
Okay, yeah, tries to get the fair coming down. Actually doesn't come out. Yeah, the run forward shield nair is sort of like an old version of the hyper float. Like that, what he just did there.
Stop.
That's what the players used to do.
Oh, yeah? Did they have little men with big noses that just came out of the floor when you needed them?
That is kind of wild. But
Kill.
Mr. Saturn coming out is probably the strangest thing to come out of the ground.
Straight up.
Then up air again.
Yeah.
So we have even stocks. Now 89% is a big hill to hike over.
Shield break.
A shield break? Yes, a shield break would do.
Shield break.
If you called shield break,
Yeah.
you win.
Stop.
You win commentary. for the-
No, Phalanx is playing out of their mind right now, though. Like,
Yeah, a lot of consecutive hits, very hard to get cleanly. But now
go
kind
top
of
plat. Go-
been pushed to the edge, and the positional disadvantage is hurting. Phalanx
Oh,
right now.
man. Oh, man.
The
Nah,
up
that doesn't
smash. Good choice, though. But yeah, you're right. It doesn't kill.
kill. It doesn't kill.
Oh, one and an up air,
The
the nair.
lingering, right?
Yeah, lingering there.
Yo!
Okay, this time, yeah, that drill down air works out. Almost killed, kind of, huh?
15% and then upper kills. from anywhere.
Yeah.
It's been killing at 115. Oh,
That fair is so
stop.
strong, still alive, but you're right, now it's kill percent for both sides depending on the move used. Of course, at 161, much more from Bigcoyotes is going to kill. Yeah, willing to throw the turnips.
You got me thinking about the arc that the turnip covers now.
Yeah.
It really like don't approach. Stop. Oof. Oof.
Yeah, like jumping over with a weak nair is about all that can be done. A little too much shielding, it's getting predictable.
This is heat. This is heat. They're boxing.
Okay, dragging down. Oh, yeah, so tried to do that little double jump cancel to, you know, like wiggle around it, but yeah, Bigcoyote stays just outside the range, outspaces it, and gets the kill.
I don't know if we've seen a single forward smash this whole time.
No, that was
all
the first
two
one.
games. That was the.
It was the right time to use it. It was
Yeah.
on reaction, right? You see the Peach just barely miss, and because it's not from a float, she has the landing lag.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I keep forgetting that. Like, do Peaches even have to L cancel? Most of the
When
time,
they
no.
float, no.
Right?
But when they do like a double jump cancel like that, they do. And so the idea was like, I'm going to make it look like I'm overshooting and come in. And then if they did like a wave dash forward or something, it hits. But instead, just sort of like holding his ground, Bigcoyotes is able to get that forward smash. And now we're on Yoshi's. Yeah. Which, now that up air kill is like real early. It's like 80 or something.
Yeah, I was about to say. If I had to guess. 93 after
It's that
the kill.
rollout. You don't like those rollouts, right?
Me?
I hear that right?
Me?
Yeah, didn't you say that? Wasn't that like frowned upon in your region, the rollouts?
I mean,
Am I remembering this wrong? A Stitch face again, not able to get it back.
I thought he was going to catch it. Like Rose and Jack in the Titanic. Like, I don't know. Just reach out for it. Save it from the waters.
Yeah, so a lot of come forward to the shield after Jigglypuff jumps and then counter with an aerial. But a string of back airs. The old school wall of pain. Yep, see a lot of shield. Yep, and then come
And he's
forward.
reading. Wow.
Yeah, to be able to pull this off as Peach, you do have to be pretty quick. And a bomb. Now, there have been a lot of turnips pulled overall, but still, I think the luck is been pretty incredible.
4 stitches, a little man, a
Beam
sword,
sword.
and a bomb.
Yep,
Couple winkies.
a dot eye too. Yeah.
Stop. Let's say if I had to guess, 90 turnips pulled, 87. But like, yo, the aerial game is nasty. Like that, you know when he was doing his hand warmers, like he's been putting those things to use. You know,
Yeah,
like
you're
Mars.
right.
Mars are guilty of this. In between stocks, they do tech skill that they never use in game.
Mm-hmm.
But
Right.
this,
And to pull off this style against Puff, you do have to be pretty fast. Like, that had to be a very quick float nair after the fair in order to take advantage of, well, the frame advantage.
yeah, the fair's probably like plus like 3 or 4.
It could be up to
right?
+4 depending on the height,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
And then that nair comes out like frame 5, jump squat. So
Yeah,
like,
so if they do anything at the wrong time, even roll, they can catch it.
nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, what can Jigglypuff do out of shield within 10 frames that window probably is? Like, probably not nothing.
I mean, I guess jump rest. But that
Yeah.
loses to other stuff, you know. It's all a big mix-up.
And you have to be like
You
fading in.
can also wait because the nair is not going to be +4 if it's rising, you know, but or off float. So hold shield is one option. Like the up air cancel on the platform to get the shield out again. The shield has been extremely important. I don't think we saw that much shielding in game 1
From the Puff?
from Phalanx, from Peach. But now there's a ton of shield. Like anytime Puff's in the air, Phalanx either like finds a way to navigate around, but more often than not, when staying grounded, goes for a shield into aerial.
Babe.
Okay, a crouch cancel. That's worth overall.
Oh,
Wow. Doesn't shield poke, even with Puff's relatively small shield.
I thought it was shield poker for sure.
The nice thing about Puff is that she's the same shape as her shield. So you're less exposed. Except for her ears, right? Isn't that the thing? The jiggly poke?
No way. The Jiggly poke.
You know, but that's a KJH technique, the jiggly poke.
Oh, yeah, the
Do
up
a
air.
falling up air. Yeah.
Right at the back of the. Yeah, I do know what you're talking about. Wow.
Okay, Phalanx, like, kind of cleaned up that game. And you know what it was? The kill power. The kill power Yoshi's affords was huge.
That was the only game that wasn't a lot of stock either.
Yeah, the other ones have all been quite close.
Game 1 was kind of due to like the stitches. The Dreamland game was just raw, like scrapping it out.
Yeah.
That one, Phalanx just had the card.
I will say, I think when Bigcoyotes has done especially well, it's after there's a... If anyone's going to get a big conversion, it's Bigcoyotes. And it hasn't been a rest so far, not really. Although I wouldn't want him to like stop going for them. But sometimes at those like juicy mid percents, Bigcoyotes has gotten like 3 or 4 bears in a row or an edge guard or something, right? And that has really been a difference maker. In game 2, there was like a long sequence that put on like 70 damage off stage.
Like 5 bears, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It made a big difference. That's a lot of damage in a set like this. Because you are not going to quickly turn around and get, you know, like a tactical kill like you will in a Fox versus Falco matchup or something.
Yeah.
Okay, goes for a pound. Just barely outspaces it. Good spacing again.
I ain't mad at this.
Phalanx with the dash back.
I think that's the first tech I've seen in this whole...
It does not come up that often, yeah.
Teching this.
It is funny how it hardly comes up for floaty players. It's such a crucial part of defense for fast fallers.
It's crazy. Like I feel like I'm either missing tech or trying to tech like every couple of seconds.
Yeah.
Probably missing.
That looked like maybe trying to do an up air or an air to trade, and it just barely didn't make it out in time. If Bigcoyotes was a little slower, that would have been bad. Oh, gets caught by the dare that time. So I said earlier that Bigcoyotes can challenge the down air with an up air pretty cleanly, but it's not something you really want to do when you're at high percent, because if you get reached by the dare, it will lead to an up air and an air almost every time.
Yeah, if they're coming from like above.
Yeah, exactly.
Falling down.
And yeah, Phalanx is using it to get back fairly often, like basically every time, and has no reason to stop and start air dodging until Bigcoyotes finds a way to contest it. Yeah, waits a little too long to get out the aerial there. Okay, this time a grab. And I think, although the grab didn't net much damage, it does show that Bigcoyotes has recognized how much Phalanx is shielding after aerials on the ground or after a dash, and then punishing with that. Like, it's just been so much shield.
Big Coyote, I don't know how he finds the ground.
Wow, Nair forward smash, kind of a cool conversion, puts on like a solid 20+%.
Oh.
A little extra damage from the turnip, right? Okay. Yeah, using that Nair a little more liberally, Bigcoyotes. Try to restrict the airspace immediately nearby. It should at least beat those like sort of drag down aerials Phalanx has been using to, you know, ward Bigcoyotes away.
Love it. I really do like that Nair, though.
Yeah, using the Nair in an intelligent way. You know, sometimes I feel like some puffs just use it because it's different and it like lasts a long time, but like using it for the expressed purpose of beating something that Phalanx has been doing a lot. Oh, a Phantom hit.
Phantom.
Okay. Yeah, able to shield. And that's the thing, is after a shield, Peach is often at the advantage. You know what might be nice is if you expect Phalanx to shield, you can just kind of float around it as Puff and then wait for a roll or an aerial and punish that afterward, right, with an up tilt or something. So far, it's kind of like been a disengage. Another Stitch, right? That's the 5th one?
Yeah.
You're going to have more Stitches than games by the end of this.
Yeah. Nice.
Bear trade. So we're basically even, slight advantage for Bigcoyotes. And you know what? There's only 4 minutes left on the clock. A timeout is in play. It is possible.
The Dreamland game
went to like
1 minute.
A little less than a minute, yeah.
Yeah.
This one's on pace, more so than that game was. And I think part of that was just that Bigcoyotes got those big strings like we talked about.
Boom.
Okay, that fair is huge. In more ways than one.
I just, I love the up smashes from Coyotes. But, when Phalanx gets these, like, fairs on the shield of Jigglypuff, Big Coyote, like, no.
Another Stitch, you're right. That's a 6th one. You guys should see the look that Sunny just gave me. It's like he no longer believes in righteousness and justice in the world.
No. Stop, and then you hit it on your recovery back. Oh,
the umbrella hit. Okay, I thought might be able to make it back because of the umbrella hit. Still, the edge guard continues. Oh, I kind of feel like you had to close that out as Big Coyotes, right? because you're already 50% down. Any extra damage is no good.
Oh.
Any extra time is no good anymore.
A bouncing? Turtles bouncing? What was that?
I don't know.
That shit had the tennis ball effect.
And, you know, Phalanx is staying on the platform for a short period, maybe just a reset. It's a Mr. Saturn. Mr. Saturn actually legitimately scary for Jigglypuff because of the high amount of shield damage that it does. Rolls by instead of getting it on shield.
Oh my god. Please? Was that another stage?
No, I don't think it was a stage.
Are you-
I'm not sure. The up air does it, though. Phalanx wins a grueling set. Where they, you know, they adjusted multiple times back and forth throughout the set. It was a cool one to watch.
It was cool. Before the set, you were asking me like if I'm into that matchup. Off the top, you know like I'm not gonna like.
So yeah, the reason I was asking is typically if you like it, I think you definitely know a lot about it, right? Like in order to, if you don't know the little ins and outs, you're like, okay, they're just floating around.
Yeah.